Well, did I make the grade? Let's find out. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me for this video. For today's video, I want to talk about PSA grading, what the experience was like, and what my outcome was, and did I make the grade? So what I did is back in March, I sent 4 cards to be graded by PSA. It was an interesting process. They did text me and email me updates as the cards went through the stages, especially like when I sent them out, they received them, then also through the initial checking process, then going through the information process, and then the actual encasing process itself. So it took from March to about the towards end of June to get these back, which wasn't bad. It was their 90-day turnaround. I understand that they're a little backed up right now because everybody's, processing, sending Pokemon in and all that other stuff. So it did take, I thought it was going to take a little longer, and it actually didn't. So I'm kind of shocked, but still very interesting process, from going on the website, inputting the information, how they actually want you to package these cards up, and then shipping them, and then again, just keeping up with what's going on, the process and everything like that. So I just want to dive into that process real fast. So like I said, going on their website, you create an account. Once you create an account, then you submit whatever cards. Now, they do have some sort of database inventory, so when you're trying to find your specific card, there is drop down, so you can find something that's the exact card or something that's comparable to it, and then you go ahead and just follow the rest of the steps on the website. It's pretty easy to go through. Then once you do that, then it'll actually walk you through on how to package the cards. Now, the way they want you to package these cards is with these particular sleeves. So you put it in a regular sleeve, and then you put it in this sleeve, and then what you do is you actually sandwich it in between 2 pieces of cardboard to keep it firm. And then obviously the way I did it is that I put all mine in a bubble mailer, that way it was protected, and then send it off to them in a FedEx box. That way it was also double protected, because I just wanted to make sure they got there in one piece. So they are card saver number 1 is what they recommend for that. And again, it's all on the instructions on the website, especially after you process everything and you go through. Then you drop them off, and then it becomes a waiting game. You get notification when they receive them. You get notification when they start the process of inspecting the cards and all that stuff. And then again, it just goes through the motions of getting the cards with the information, getting the cards graded, and then obviously getting notified that they're coming back to you. So I got mine right here. The cards that I did send off was a 50 out of 50 Drew McIntyre. I sent in a Jey Uso auto. I sent in the IR auto IRS that I got out of the WWE Topps Chrome, and I also sent in the Great Muta auto that I got out of the Topps Chrome as well. So I am extremely interested to see what I got. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's open these up, and let's see if I made the grade. All right, so here's the box. Let's see if we made the grade. So you open them up, you can see the PSA in there. You can see that they are all nicely bubble wrapped and protected. So we will pull them out, put this to the side. So now let's go ahead and unravel these. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. So we'll take, so here's the first one. All right. So now there's the Drew McIntyre auto, and it is a 7. Ouch. It is a 7. So I don't know what caused that to be a 7. So it really doesn't say. Maybe if I scan the QR code on the back, it'll tell me, but this is a 50 out of 50 Drew McIntyre auto. This is 2021 Topps Heritage. So, a 7 is, Not quite exactly what I was hoping for, but it is what it is. The next one is the Topps Chrome IRS. So let's go ahead and see what that is. And that is a Gem Mint 10. So really cool on that. We got a Gem Mint 10, which is awesome. It's IRS. So, and it's a legendary AU refractor is what they're saying. 2025 Topps Chrome. So really cool. We got Gem Mint 10, which is nice. Next up is the one, the only, the Great Muta. Now, this Great Muta was a low number. This was number 2 out of 175 that I got. So I'm hoping this one is a Gem Mint 10 because, again, it's such a low number. So here we go. And it is a 9. Ooh, I wonder why it came back a 9. All right, and we got the Great Muta, again, Topps Chrome 2025. And again, they got the QR code on the back so we can scan it, see what that's all about. But yeah, got a Gem Mint 9, or a Mint 9, sorry, not a Gem Mint. And then last but not least, the Jey Uso, which is number 21 out of 150, and this was 2021 Topps. So let's go ahead, and we got a Gem Mint 10 on the Jey Uso, which is awesome. This is 2021 Topps, and again, it's a roster autograph, and again, it's on card, so it's not one of those stickered autos. So really cool. We got a Gem Mint 10 on that, so that makes me happy. So yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, you know, again, I'm excited about these. I'm a little bummed out about the Drew that I got a 7 on it, but other than that, we got 2 Gem Mint 10s, we got a 9 and a 7. So I guess, can't ask for much. I mean, especially since this is my first time getting cards graded, but still cool overall to have these. So I might consider doing more in the future, considering what cards I get and who the autos are and who the people are, because these I just kind of did as a test run. I wanted to see what the whole process was and what the initial cost was and everything. But overall, not too bad. All right, so there is something cool that I do want to show you, though, is when you scan the back, the QR code, so you go on there, that it actually takes you to the card, and you can see right now that it pulls up all the information about the card. Now, the cool thing is that there's a population of 3, which means on this Jey Uso card, that means there is only 3 in existence that have been, well, I shouldn't say 3 in existence, but 3 in PSA's grading system that have been graded and given a Gem Mint 10, which is really cool. So that's a really low number, which is good for me in case I ever decide I want to part ways with this. I did also check on the other ones as well. So the Drew is a population of 1, which means this card is the only one that's graded with that grade of a 7. And then the Muta, this is the only one that's been great with the grade of a 9. And then with the IRS, this is the only one in their system that's been a Gem Mint 10, and there's only 1 in their system. So pretty cool to have, a couple of ones in here that they're only mine, that I've done that. I'm the only one who's actually submitted them. So, but I think that's really cool. There's one other thing I'm going to discuss, but I want you guys to see my face when I go over that and discuss that. All right, so overall, pretty cool process. The only thing I didn't really like is that they don't give you any information on why it received the grade that it did. I would really like to know why the Drew got a 7. I would also like to know why the Muta got a 9. So I really wish they went into detail about that, especially like when you scanned it. Maybe if there was an issue with one of the corners or the edging, or there was a scratch somewhere. Just something to just give you any kind of detail on why it received the grade that it did. But overall, that's kind of like my only gripe with this. It was still a very fun process. It was cool how they kept you in step by step of the way to let you know what was going on, what process it was in, and everything. And again, getting them back in a pretty timely fashion was really cool. So I'm really excited about the grades that I got, again, minus the Drew. So I do have another Great Muta auto that's a low number that I got out of another booster box. So I might submit that too. And there's a couple of other cards that I've pulled along the way that I'm definitely interested in getting graded as well. So yeah, but overall fun process. If you guys are interested in getting your cards graded, definitely recommend submitting them to PSA, because I believe they are the leader in this, and their 90-day turnaround is fairly quick. So I would say it was a good experience overall. But I would, again, love to know why some of these received the grades that they did, but they don't really give you that information, but it's whatever. So other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed the whole process of it. So, and again, it's something different, something cool, something new. And yeah, so guys, as always, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and all that other good stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next video.